For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here come the Chargers with a long field ahead of them. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Ross. And the catch made. It's Patton. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now. They'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Patton, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. To throw on 2nd down, Ross. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Ross now from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have the Bills first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact,
and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
He's to the 10.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. A try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Ross throwing to start the drive.
And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
On third down, Ross. Wide open. And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Inside the 20.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want your partners help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Ross. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On second down now, it's Patton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now Ross to throw on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They'll try the left side. Patton. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Ross. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To throw is Ross. On third down. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend
and all the way home for the Bills touchdown.
Well, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Point after try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On first down, it's Patton. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's Ross to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to let it go again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lopez.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Bills! A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. On 2nd down, it's Patton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Patton. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Ross now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Ross looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal.
On 1st down. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers. Guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Taken down is on 7-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a big 32-yard play on third.
You don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Able to avoid him at the 40. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Chargers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. They'll set up a throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lopez.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 1st and 10, Ross. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now Ross throwing again on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Patton. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Lopez. 2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 3. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And you can see the result there. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And the Chargers first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Operating from the gun, Ross. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. Operating from the gun, Ross. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
On second down now, it's Patton. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Patton. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now out come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's a game of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
To throw is Ross on first and 10. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On second down, it's Patton, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Here's Ross to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7. And the Chargers first down.
They'll run on first down. Patton, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ross now looking to throw on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Bills ready to take over. But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he is going to have the Bills first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lopez. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down inside the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
will take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Fire, beware. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Ross. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his second sack earlier.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The Chargers on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Ross. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ross to throw on second down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Taken down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.